So you're thinking about moving to Fort Worth? Well, in this video, I'm going to take you to 3 or 4 new home communities, talk about the ins and outs, the pros and cons, all that kind of stuff. And if you stick around to the very end, we're going to give you some tips on what to look for on buying your very first new home. If it's your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about the Dallas and Fort Worth area, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be the very first to know what's going on in the Fort Worth real estate market, go ahead and ring that bell. My name is Tom Jung. I'm with Tom's Texas Realty Group, and I'm out here doing what I love today, talking about houses. Whether it's your first time buying a house or your 10th time buying a house, we get phone calls every day from folks just like you who are looking to buy or sell, and we would love to help. You can give us a call, shoot us a text, drop us an email. We'd love to work with you. Now, I do want to say, if you're looking at purchasing a new home, please do get in touch with us sooner rather than later. If you go into these communities and talk to a salesperson, they ask you who your agent is, you say, well, I don't know, I don't have one yet, then it becomes very difficult for us to work with you. So if you want to take advantage of our expertise and also our new home incentive program, please do reach out. It's never too early. And that being said, I think we can jump into it. Right now I'm in Palmilla Springs, Palmilla, probably butchering that. This is a community right here on the west side, right off of I-30. It's like the first exit outside of the 820 loop. And there are 3 different builders out here. So right now I'm in the front section. This is, these homes right here are built by Sandlin. There are 2 other builders in the back, back behind you if you keep going. It's a Meritage Homes and a History Maker. So Sandlin is the only one building in this little, it's basically like one street in, one street out, which is nice so you don't have a ton of traffic. And these homes are gonna range from about, I think 340, 340 and up. And they're beautiful houses, really well done. They have gas out here. They've got gas or tankless water heaters, and just really nice homes. Now, if you want to go a little bit further, you're going to save a little bit more money with Meritage or History Maker. What you're going to notice, so I'm going to come around the corner here on this house. So you're going to notice here you've got brick going all the way around, and you'll also notice that there is some stonework, a little bit of stonework on some of these houses in here. If you go to the other ones, you're not going to see that a lot. There's going to be a lot of siding and things like that, and that's just one of the difference in the builders. So over here, you're probably going to end up spending a little bit more money, but you're going to have a lot less maintenance issues over time. So there's a little bit of a trade-off there, and that's why these command a little bit more. Now, with Meritage and History Maker, they do build a much larger house over there as well. So you can see that most of these are a little bit smaller. They do have 4 bedrooms. I don't believe Sandlin has any 5. They've got some 5 bedrooms the other direction. So if that's something that's important to you, you may be looking at the History Maker or a Meritage home build. Now, all of these are spec homes, so you can't come out here and say, I want to build this, I want to build that. They're building them. If you want them, you can buy them. I think Meritage may offer some selections coming into their new phase here in 2023. But other than that, what you see is what you get. Now, one of the draws to this is, number one, you're right off of 30. It's super easy to get to, great access. So if you're working at Lockheed or somewhere downtown, super easy access. The other thing, Fort Worth schools, not well known for being awesome, unfortunately. And so one of the draws here is, I don't think you can see it, but just beyond here is a new charter school, so that's been a big draw for a lot of folks as well. So if you want to avoid the public school system here in Fort Worth, you can enroll your kid into the charter school, which I've heard great things about. And what else? As far as amenities go here, there's not really all that many. They've got a bunch of sidewalks. I see a lot of people out here in the evenings walking their dogs and everything else. There's one park that the neighborhood shares, and that's about it as far as amenities go. So anyways, that's going to wrap us up here. We'll head over to the next one. Hey y'all, we are out at the Highlands of Chapel Creek. This is just on the west side of Fort Worth. just outside the 820 loop, and this is a entry-level neighborhood. This is exclusively, can't talk today, DR Horton. If you're not familiar with DR Horton, they are America's builder. They've been around forever, great builder. This is one of their entry-level products. You're gonna get, you know, all the standard stuff, gutters, you're gonna get granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, that sort of thing. One of the really nice things about this neighborhood, if you like to cook or if you like to take really long showers, they have gas, so you get a tankless gas water heater, and you also get a gas cooktop. So for those of you who like to cook, that's a huge plus. I like to smoke stuff, so not a big deal for me. I like using the smoker, but for those chefs out there. Now, if you look behind me, they already do have some houses finished. I'm going to spin around the other direction here, and what you'll see is a lot more to be built. Now, these homes start in the low 300s. This is about the best deal you're going to find here in Fort Worth as far as the entry-level new home goes. So it is a fantastic deal. They have, I believe on this side, they've got a small park and a pool planned. We'll show you, they have another phase that's complete. We'll show you some images of their pool and playground to give you an idea of what that will probably look like. Now, they're going to be building out here for a while. I think they have one more phase after this. Another major plus of this neighborhood is that it is in the White Settlement School District, which if you've caught any of our other videos about Fort Worth new builds and things like that, you probably know that Fort Worth is not known for its great schools. Well, White Settlement's a step up from Fort Worth. So while you are still in Fort Worth, you do have that advantage by living in the Highlands of Chapel Creek. All right, so we're just down the street from the Highlands of Chapel Creek, and this is also in the general Chapel Creek area. And this is literally like one street that wraps around. But there's one builder out here, Antares Homes, and they have, I would say it's a step up as far as finish outs go, and it's going to be reflected in the price. These are probably going to be $30,000 more than what you're going to find over in the Highlands of Chapel Creek. And if you look behind me, you can kind of see why. The elevations or the exterior of the homes are a little bit nicer. They're stonework. They're not as boxy. They've got some different angles and curves. There's like a turret over here. And Antares had about 75 homes here to start with. They're about halfway through that, so they're probably going to be finished building this out in 2023. But these are inventory homes as well, and so basically what you see is what you get. Some pros and cons. What you're going to see for that price, not just the pretty exterior, but you're also going to see like trade ceilings inside of the house and a few different finish outs that are a little bit nicer. Now, downside is there's no gas. So if you, I don't know if you noticed walking out, but it's there's the water heater is a full 50-gallon tank, and so you don't have the gas over here if that's something that's important to you. But other than that, real nice finish out, really good builder, and White Settlement ISD as well. That's what I was forgetting. All right, let's head on over to the next one. All right, we're out at Vista West. This is in the Chapel Creek area. This is on the west side of Fort Worth, and this is a community that is being developed by LGI. They're in the first phase of 4. And as I don't even know I'm shooting it this way, behind me you can see there are bricked homes. So we've got some bricked homes out here, and then if we look back this other direction, you'll see all these homes up here are siding. So LGI is what I would call a minimalist entry-level builder. So it's going to be a stripped down version to be very economical. So the great thing about being out here is you can get into a home, a brand new home, for as little as $700,000. That would be ridiculous. $279,000. There we go. But for that, you're going to be sacrificing some things that you normally wouldn't be. So, for example, in your master bathroom, you may only have one vanity instead of 2. You may have just a shower instead of a tub and a shower combo. And then a lot of times on their showers, they're going to be the plastic surrounds instead of the different tile or something like that. Now, the nice thing about this is all those things can be upgraded. The only thing that is you're probably not going to upgrade is going to be putting brick on the house. So if you want the brick product, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. Obviously, the siding that they have here is a can't remember what it's called, but basically it's got a 50-year warranty on it. So it's a step up from wood. It's not hardy board, somewhere in the middle. And one of the nice things about being out here is since there is a gas well here, they can't build anything within, I think, 100 feet or 150 feet. I can't remember what the law is. So they're going to be turning this area into a park. They're going to put a basketball court and a lot of other fun things for you to actually get to know some other folks in the community. So that part is going to be real nice. Now, just like the other communities that we talked about over here in the Chapel Creek area, this is going to be in white settlement. They also have gas in this community. So there are a lot of pluses here if you are looking to get into your first house. All right, so let's talk about some of those differences in builders that you may see. And it may not be the builder themselves, it may be the particular product line. So one of the things that you will notice as you go and look at different houses is the amount of siding that's used on a brick house. So here, if you look behind me, all along the side of this property is brick, which is awesome. Brick lasts for a very long time. There's basically no maintenance on it. So it's always going to look good until you get tired of the color and you want to repaint it. If you do paint a house, you are supposed to repaint that house like every 10 years or so. I feel like a lot of people don't know that. But as you can see in this neighborhood, they only have the back of their house as siding. Most HOAs have requirements on this to where a certain percentage of the house has to be brick. So being in a neighborhood where it's mostly bricked is awesome, right? And that is going to affect the price a little bit. And the reason why this is important is because if you look at this house behind me, which has probably been here for 10, 15 years, you can see that there's wood rot on the window seals, at the bottom, and there's some discoloration from that wood rot, and it just doesn't look as good. And the big reason for this, obviously, is nobody likes spending money on that kind of thing, right? Especially if times are tight, that's the last thing you're going to spend money on. But it does detract from the overall appearance of the neighborhood. So that's one thing to look out for if you're planning on being in this house for 5 to 10 years. It's something to take into consideration, and it's also going to affect the overall value of the neighborhood.
Thanks for watching our video today. I just wanted to let you know we've got some additional resources for you if you are looking to buy. We've got our buyer's guide, so if you're moving to Texas, this is really great to take a look at. Also, we've got our new construction guide, so if you're looking to buy specifically new homes, this has everything about new homes. It's great. It's also got our incentives in there, so if you want to take advantage of that and utilize us, please do. Please let us know ahead of time as well. And then finally, if you want new homes sent directly to your email, there's also a link that'll take you to our search, and you just click, I believe it's save search on there, and it will send these directly to your email as they come available. So other than that, thanks again for watching. We'd love to hear from you, and please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. We've got a lot more coming. Thanks for watching.